Hello, I'm Tom and
Tammy, the good wife.
together we are TNT, Tabletop Taproom. And today we're doing a review of Space 1889 because there is a Backerkit that popped up. And there's going to be a Kickstarter for a new set of rules for Space 1889, and we'll discuss that at the end. But I thought we would together review Victorian Sci-Fi, the granddaddy of Victorian Sci-Fi, steampunk, Space 1889. So the first iteration of the rules.
Well, first I want to say this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
good. No, you're good. Like the cool thing on the back of this, that I'm just going to read, it just sounds cool. It's everything Jules Verne could have written, everything H.G. Wells should have written, everything A. Conan Doyle thought of but never published because it was too fantastic, and everything you need for the adventures of the century. So I thought that was neat.
And the reason you thought that was neat was because you were an English major.
Yes, I was.
In college.
Yes.
So yeah.
I have the degree to prove it.
So yeah, that kind of hooked you right in.
Yeah.
I don't know why I really liked steampunk Victorian sci-fi, but when I first encountered Space 1880, I was a huge fan of Space 1999.
1999.
And so when I saw this, I was like, oh, this is just really cool too.
What's funny is it was published in 1988, 101 years later.
Yeah, that is
kind of
a little bit ironic too, as
Yes.
well. So the original system is Frank Chadwick's.
Yeah.
We have a copy sitting here.
Yeah.
And it's the grandfather system designed by Frank Chadwick, and it was grounded in 19th century realism and wargaming roots. The good, and we're going to do the good, the bad, and the surprising. So we should probably get that in there as well.
Okay.
The good was it featured incredibly rich career system that feels grounded in Victorian history. It also has the most granular and detailed invention and patent system of the three sets of rules, where science is treated as a hobby for the gifted amateur, and success in research provided royalty income. And I actually really loved this feature of the original rules. The bad was it can be mechanically cumbersome. It utilizes two different resolution methods. You have the skill attribute dice, where you're totaling dice against the target number, and then you have the quick roll, where you just roll the d6, and if it was less than your skill level, you were good. So that could be confusing. Combat was also lethal and slow, requiring a saving roll for every successful to hit to see if the damage was actually taken. That could be annoying. The social level was treated as an ability score, and it became a core mechanic to have this attribute. And it doesn't just provide flavor, it dictates your starting fortune, ranging from 3d6 times 100 pounds for an aristocrat to 2d6 times 1 pound for the working class. And it determined which military regiment you would join within the system.
So I'm going to talk about the Ubiquity system, Clockwork Publishing. So this version uses the popular Ubiquity engine designed for fast-paced pulp action. So the good, the taking the average rule is a masterpiece of game flow. It allows characters to skip rolling for routine tasks if their dice pool is high enough. The use of style points encourages cinematic behavior by rewarding players with a currency they can spend to boost rolls or to mitigate damage. So here's the bad. The bad, some veterans find it a bit abstract compared to the GDW version. By using a success counting system, evens are successes, odds are failures, the varied mathematical tension of the original's different target numbers is lost in favor of speed, which can be obnoxious.
Yeah.
So the surprising is that the resource system simplifies the complexity of Victorian finances. Instead of tracking every little penny, wealth is a rating. You can generally buy anything that costs less than 1/10 of your monthly income without a roll.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, got to film a little addendum here because we left out a rule set in our review, which was the Savage Worlds version of Space 1889. And I really feel bad about this because I like Savage Worlds a lot. I have not actually played Savage Worlds, but Savage Worlds used that dice shift mechanic that is also used in the war games Star Grunt and Dirt Side and Full Thrust. And that mechanic is super elegant in those war games rules. I am a super fan of Star Grunt and that dice shift mechanic and how they resolve opposed rolls. And so when I heard about Savage Worlds having that, I've always felt very positive towards it, even though I've not actually played it. So a little bit ironic there. But Savage Worlds produced a Space 1889, and if you like and are a fan of that system, then that would also be a great rule set. We just did not have time to do a breakdown on that because I am minutes before putting this video that Tammy and I did at this review up on the internet and making it live. So we're just inserting this little addendum. The good was, hey, Savage Worlds has Space 89. The bad was Tom's a blockhead and he overlooked that and did not work that into the video. Back to Tom and Tam reviewing Space 89. The Imperium system, Space 1889 after, this is the currently published system, and this is the system that will be receiving a Kickstarter in less than 2 weeks. So the Imperium system is the most recent evolution. This system introduces strategic resource management and a pairs mechanic. The good, the mission system within it is excellent for complex tasks like weathering a storm or conducting a negotiation, and it uses an anchor, the main specialist, and helpers to build a pool of pairs to meet specific objectives. It also uses an order deck to manage initiative, which adds a layer of tactical planning to every round. The bad, the pairs mechanic, where you will discard a good result pair for a great result, or for special effects, requires constant mental tally of dice results, which can occasionally slow down the very action it's trying to enhance. The surprising, it introduces cogs and machinery of destiny. Unlike the previous systems, this one explicitly acknowledges that the player characters are the principals in the universe and the grand design, giving them the narrative power to retry roles and ignore fate. It also expands playable options to include automatons and ogres. The ogres are a take on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where science has twisted a human, and so they're a little deformed. They're like mutants, kind of. And I really like this. I like the addition of automatons. And
Can we show them?
We could do a share screen. Hold on.
So why don't we show them? Here it is. So, if you like the steampunk, you find that compelling, but are uncertain about learning a new rule set, they have you covered, as you can see here. So this is a picture of you can also play Martian.
Yeah.
I think we forgot to tell them that. And this is an automaton, and you can see there's an ogre with an automaton cat. And
it's going to be 5th edition rules. It's they will be issuing it in, I guess, a dual rule set.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to put a link in the show notes for the Backerkit, and you can sign up for an email notification. You can also throw $3 at them, and then you'll be guaranteed a little ether flyer pin that they're giving away. I'm suspecting they're going to do a fair amount of goodies. Now, Space 1889 After is actually already been published, so this is, I guess, going to be a revamp and putting it into 5th edition. But what that tells me is it's an established rule set. It's not like, yeah, we're writing this thing.
Right.
So it's something that I really expect it's going to fund. It's going to be delivered, and it should be polished and not a Kickstarter that leaves you going ho hum.
Yeah, there's about 750 people already, I think, now
That have signed up. Yes,
that have signed up.
So this is Tom and
Tammy.
And we are Tabletop Taproom. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget that like, subscribe, and bell icon, and we'll see you at the gaming table.
Bye.